Hello, I'm Francesca, and this is your weekly relationship forecast for the week of June 30th through July 6th. And oh my goodness, time is flying, is it not? And once again, take whatever resonates, leave the rest, trust your intuition as it never leads you astray. So, the cards for this week, I was actually guided to pull from two different decks. And the first card is fairies and earth magic. And how fun! And it's interesting because there are lots of origin stories about fairies, but um, the one that I like the most, and once again, take it or leave it, is that they're associated with the goddess Dana, who once ruled Ireland. And then we have the fairies that then assumed responsibility for caring for the plants and the trees and flowers and all those fun things. And of course, magical winged little creatures that they are. Beautiful. And then the second card, I was guided to pull a dragon. And with the dragon, the word is freedom on this one and breaking the chains. And last week we had two water cards. This week we have two winged cards, which could be air. And so last week we had water. It was all about movement. And this week we have air. And I tend to associate air with timing. And it's interesting because in last week's video, I could sense, maybe movement and an actual maybe physical movement as of home. And it's tied to this again. Like I feel like this string just keeps expanding week by week by week. And it's so very fascinating to sit back and observe. But with the fairies, with the message around this, and I was also called to just do a general overview to not break down the different relationships, because what I heard was this is so important for each individual, um that is going to ripple and reflect in all areas, so in all your other relationships. So take what works for you, what resonates for you, leave the rest. But just know that whatever piece that is, whatever little nugget you get from this has the ability to then, as with anything, but really strongly this week for some reason, they were very adamant about that, to really ripple and reflect into all of our relationships, whether they be work, friendship, or intimate partnership. So we have the freedom of the dragon, and dragons are super powerful. Like dragons don't play around, right? Like they mean business. And dragons can be very territorial. And there's also this, once again, we have these wings, and it's all about like break through that ceiling. Like you are the only person that is holding yourself back. Like there's this complete liberation. And so that's interesting that there's also this sense of a physical move. So maybe you are liberating one space for another space. And then you have these beautiful earth magic fairies that can help with your surroundings, that are very much, you have the unseen fairies, but then you have this very physical 3D space that you may be calling in, that needs some attention, some love. And so that's the gift of the fairies. And you have the strength of the dragons that can literally just burn the path clear. So this is super positive, super supportive. It's like the 3D and Spirit and 3D are like really coming together this week. Like that's the opportunity. So if there is something that you have wanted to take action on, super supportive with this energy, but I feel like it's already in motion, and maybe it has been in motion in the unseen, and now it's really going to start showing up in this 3D physical. And there's also the sense of freedom that when you have to make a decision and you are pros and cons, and you may be agonizing over the decision, or maybe not. Maybe you're one of those people that's just like, boom, make a decision in 30 seconds. Could be. Once you make that decision, there's also this relief, right? And this freedom and this expansion. And so that is very much the energy of this week, this deep relief, expansion, this liberation. And maybe the liberation is simply that you have made a decision. So that could be true too. There's with this just being a general overview, just take whatever would resonate for your situation, or if it doesn't at all, toss it, whatnot, just take what resonates. And once you get that expansiveness, there's always then this level of joy, right? That comes in, this elatedness, this happiness, this, and it just is really groovy energy this week that you are so supported. It's all these things have been falling into place. Don't get bogged down with the details, they will work out. And once again, just focusing on that feeling of freedom, right? And then also tending to your physical space, whether it is the current space you're in or the space that you are moving into or calling in for yourself. Allow your imagination to just run wild. What would it look like? And when you're there, what does it feel like? Most importantly. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the forecast for this week. More exciting things. Each week just keeps building and building and building and getting more exciting. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if there is more of an emotional move for you or physical move for you. I would love to connect. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, share with your friends, help spread the love vibes around the world. And until next time, more love vibes to come. Ciao.